Well, we're back right here in the studio, and right now we have a phone call with His Excellency, Mr. C.B. George, the Ambassador of India to the state of Kuwait. Good evening, Your Excellency.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for taking some of your valuable time to be with us tonight right here on Hela Kuwait. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mr. Ambassador, first off, we'd like to welcome you to the state of Kuwait. I know you've been here now approximately, I think, a month and a half to 2 months. Can you tell us your impressions of the country so far?
Thank you. Thank you very much for the very warm welcome that I received here. I'm so happy and honored to represent India to Kuwait. It is a very important country and a key partner for India in this very important region. This is our extended neighborhood. India and Kuwait are having an excellent relationship stretching back to several decades. I thank His Highness and the leadership of this country for hosting the large Indian community in Kuwait. Wherever I traveled in Kuwait and whoever I met during the last 1 month and a half, I was overwhelmed by the warmth and the welcome that I received. Indians love Kuwait, and I am happy to see that my friends in Kuwait love India too. We have such close, friendly relationship. I'm very happy to be in Kuwait. I feel at home here in Kuwait.
Well, we're very glad to hear that, Mr. Ambassador. And maybe you could tell our audience a little bit about yourself, sir, where you served before, a little bit about your background, please.
Yeah, I began my diplomatic career in Cairo, where I served at the embassy as a political officer at the Embassy of India. Subsequently, I moved to Indian Embassy in Doha, where I served as First Secretary, later as the political counselor at the Indian High Commission in Islamabad, Pakistan, and as political counselor and commercial counselor at the Indian Embassy in Washington, D.C. Then I served as Deputy Chief of Mission at the Indian Embassy in Tehran and in Riyadh. And before that, I was at the headquarters in the Ministry of External Affairs with the East Asia Division, with the India-Africa Summit, and also heading the Administration Division. And before coming here, immediately before coming here, I was India's ambassador to Switzerland, the Principality of Liechtenstein, and the Holy See. I have been in this region for several years in the past. So I feel very happy to come back to the region. As I said before, I feel at home in Kuwait.
Well, we're very happy to have you here, Mr. Ambassador, and maybe you could elaborate a little bit about the strong bilateral relationship between the state of Kuwait and India. Tell us a little bit about that, please, sir.
See, our relationship with Kuwait has been very, very close, friendly, and most important of all, they date back to many, many decades. In fact, trade between India and Kuwait goes back to a few hundred years.
Correct.
Many in Kuwait have got very close linkages with India through trade and through visits, and they even today maintain these links with the country. Kuwait is part of India's extended neighborhood and is a very key partner in our economic progress. The two countries are among each other's major trading partners. Issues like geographical proximity, historical trade links, cultural affinities, people-to-people contact. These are, key areas of mutual interest, including areas like energy security, trade and investment, infrastructure development, petrochemicals, education. These continue to strengthen our relationship between the two countries.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Ambassador. This is a very strong relationship, solid relationship between India and Kuwait. And Mr. Ambassador, during your tenure here as ambassador, how do you hope to strengthen this already strong relationship, sir?
See, this is a partnership between India and Kuwait. We have excellent political relationship, excellent exchange of contacts between the governments of the two countries at the official level, at the ministerial level, but it is also a relationship involving several other stakeholders, like the business establishments, the industry and commercial chambers, the investment boards, the factories, universities, science and technology establishments, academicians, scholars, students, innovation and research organizations, hospitality firms, medical research, libraries, and importantly also the most vibrant people-to-people contacts. I see a tremendous scope for strengthening this relationship. In addition to these areas, in this crucial time of when we all are fighting against COVID-19, I see a tremendous scope for cooperation between India and Kuwait in the field of medicines, vaccines, and of course, as you are aware, there is a close cooperation between the medical in the medical field, including the presence of a large number of Indian medical professionals in Kuwait. So there is huge opportunities for mutually beneficial relationships. Then again, areas like communication technology, biotechnology, small and medium scale entrepreneurship, alternative energy sources. There is good scope and tremendous potential for strengthening this relationship. And I look forward to working with each of these stakeholders I have mentioned in strengthening our relationship in coming years.
Good to hear that, Your Excellency, and you touched on it a little bit just right now. Unfortunately, COVID-19, the coronavirus is affecting the whole world in Kuwait, around the world, India also. Tell us your views on that and even how things are now. They've changed a little bit in our world right now.
Yeah, in terms of COVID, yes, these are difficult times for everyone, but this it will be. I'm hopeful, and I'm sure that in terms of the cooperation between various countries in development of vaccine and the way we are handling it, we will be able to overcome these challenges in coming months, and we will be able to resume our normal relationship in areas like tourism, for example.
That's what we do hope for you, Mr. Ambassador, that in the next few months, hopefully a vaccine will be found and we can resume our normal daily lives. And you did just mention tourism. India is well known for its tourism. And Your Excellency, we could spend the next hour or even more just talking about the beautiful places and amazing things to do in India. But could you touch on that in a few minutes now about that, please? A little bit about tourism in your beautiful country, sir.
Oh, India is an ideal place for anyone who would love to undertake a tourism expedition. I come from Kerala, the southern part of India, so that is my first recommendation for anybody planning to visit India. But as you know, India offers everything that a tourist can look for. One of the oldest civilizations in the world. It is a mosaic of multicultural experiences, a rich heritage, a lot of attractions. It is among the most popular tourist destinations in the world. It starts from, you can look at, say, Himalayas with the snow, with its snow heights, then down to the south with its tropical rainforest. India also have its own mountains and the sea, which give the country a very distinct geographical entity. If you are looking at the diversity of India, you can look at the cuisines, the arts, the crafts, the music, the tribes, the history, and adventure sports. And maybe you could also look at medical tourism, Ayurveda. A treatment in Ayurveda is an experience and it is available in many parts of the country. So I would strongly recommend anyone who has plans to undertake tourism immediately after the COVID difficulties make it a point to visit India. You will enjoy it, and I would strongly recommend a visit to India in coming months.
Well, that's exactly true, Mr. Ambassador. Your country is very beautiful in so many ways, and it's a pleasure to have you with us this evening right here on Hello Kuwait. And do you have any last words or comments for the audience tuning in this evening, please?
Thank you very much for listening to me. I'm very happy to be in Kuwait. As I said in the beginning, I am so thankful to His Highness the Amir and the leadership of this country for hosting the Indian community here. I am confident that we would be able to further strengthen our long-standing dynamic partnership, which is a partnership built over several decades by our leadership and our people. And I look forward to working with each one of you in coming days and months to further take this relationship forward to new heights. I thank Kuwait TV for giving me this opportunity to give this interview.
It's our pleasure. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for your valuable time and insight with us tonight on Hello Kuwait. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We were speaking to His Excellency Mr. C.B. George, Ambassador of India to the State of Kuwait. We'd like to thank him very much for his valuable time with us tonight right here on the program. Right now, we'll take a short break and then be back with you with some more segments. Stay tuned.